this is Stampy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video, and another video inside of Stampy's lovely world. Hello, Polly Reindeer. Look at her darting forward. She is enthusiastic today, and that's because we are beginning building a brand new product. And hello, William. Hello, William. Good morning to you as well, who is equally as eager to begin building as I am as well, because we're building something big today. Well, we'll see how much we get done. Oh, wait a minute. Excuse me. How did I not notice? I've been standing in the corner here waiting to start the video. How did I not notice that my cake has turned into a block of... Oh, I see. They've got it down there. Well, I'll be out there in a minute to eat my cake. If there's one slice missing from that breakfast cake, I won't be a happy Stampy. Okay? And you don't want to have a whole 20 minutes with Grumpy Stampy. No one wants that. Don't touch a slice on it. And let's get rid of this dirt, because I want this dirt here instead. It's upsetting. Oh, look, did they break a hole in the wall? I think William might have dug up and got it from behind the wall or something. I mean, that's just quite impressive. Right, Barnaby, you can sign up and you can join me. And yeah, as I said, we are beginning a big project today, but we had a bit of a slow start. And now I can't even sprint. Now I have to really slowly walk to the love garden because I can't go any faster than this because I'm too hungry to run. What a sad opening. Anyway, sorry then. An apple. No, I don't. I'm gonna save myself for the cake, Polly. Sorry, I'll have this apple later, but I gotta save myself for the cake. Right then. To the love garden today. I am adding Ollie, and that's because he dressed up like this, and this is for his birthday, and this was his outfit, and it's an absolutely incredible Stampy Cat costume. The detail on it is amazing, especially the tail. Can you see the tail down there as well? That's a detail that not everyone adds in, and I think it looks incredible. So thank you so much for sending that to me, Ollie, and welcome to my love garden. Right, I will be going to choose a dog from the doghouse, but first I'm gonna slowly try and make my way to the cake. You might have to go on without me, guys. I might not make it. I haven't had my cake. I can't handle having a morning without my cake. And there's a slice missing. There's a slice. Well, you know what? Lucky I have this apple. So hopefully that will fill in the last bit of hunger I need. Nom 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 nom. Crunch, 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 crunch. And then I've had the apple as well. Jolly good. Right then. Now I've got a spring in my step and I can... Whoop, that was a very big close-up of my face then. Not the thing that I want you all to see first thing in the morning. Right then. So yeah, let's go and drop Barnaby off at the doghouse. We can choose which dog is going to be joining us today. And yeah, then I will show you where I am going to be building. I haven't even told you what we're building. Let alone... show you where we're building. I haven't even said what it is. I don't know. Maybe you can tell by the title. I don't know what I'm going to end up titling this. So maybe I'm not leaving you in as much suspense as I think I am, though. Leaving you in suspense with which dog. I think Benji, you can join us today. And Barnaby? Is Barnaby down here? Yes, he is. You can go and sit down there next to Sherbet. Right then, we're building over in the old part of town. This is New Lovely World over there. And then this is the old classic, old Lovely World town over in this way. And Polly is riding Harry. You can ride Harry over to where we're building if you like. Basically, we're building next to the Good News newspaper shop is the newest thing that we built. But the biggest landmark, I guess, to be a guide for where we're building is the Sky High restaurant, which is the second tallest thing in the town, of course under the clock tower, as everything is under the clock tower. This is the Sky High restaurant, and it doesn't look very tall right now, but in 1 second or 2 seconds, come on Xbox 360, you can load it. Oh no, it's growing. Yeah, it is very tall. We're just waiting for it to load in. Basically, it's I mean, you've probably seen it. It's old. I don't need to talk about that. That is old news. We are building something brand new today, and the thing we're building is a courthouse. And yeah, this is something that I spent a decent amount of time designing. I wanted a very grand building for it, and I thought it was actually going to be a good thing to build it next to this building. So I thought it would kind of fit in the same style and kind of just work with this area here. And there was quite a big patch here that I was kind of left open to build something in. So yeah, this is why I have decided to build it here. And if you don't like it, then there's nothing you can do about it. I'm trying to justify to you, no, this is a good place to build here. I promise you it is. I can build wherever I want. So right then. To make things a bit easier for myself, I have marked where we will begin building this thing. So there's going to be some stairs along the front here. I've put down a couple poppies to mark where the building needs to be in, because it's a bit of a strange shape. So first things first, it's going to link straight to the path, because these are going to go up here, and there's going to be kind of like a raised platform in this area like this there. And so we're going to link straight up to the path. I thought it wouldn't look that good with just having like one little tiny path linking up with it. Also, I don't have the most space going back. It's a very like not very like far back, but like it's not very long, but it's very wide, I guess. So yeah, I kind of wanted to make the most of all of the space I had available to me. So yeah, let me start off by just kind of building around the outline. So I've kind of done a little mock-up picture from when I was designing this of like an overview of what it looked like. So I kind of just need to kind of counter along and follow the style that I did before. And all this shouldn't be stairs because there's going to be a wall here. So basically, we need to go back by, let me just count in my picture, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we go across out more by 2 here like that, and then 2 here like this, and then we go diagonal by 3. 1, 2, 3. And look, this is a good sign. This is a good sign because, as you know, my buildings are usually always 2 blocks away from each other, and these are now 2 blocks away from each other. So good start. And then now I need to go back by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once again, I can do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We basically kind of now just do the same thing again. We go across diagonal to here, and then we go, so this is 3 blocks along, and this should make the back wall, which should line up just about on the very edge here, and it does. So I only can just about fit this building in, and when I was like designing it, I kept just making it bigger and bigger and bigger. So I kind of worked out the space, and originally it was a little bit further back, and I was like, I could make it so it links up to the path and make it a bit bigger that way. And then I was like, okay, what if I do it right to the very edge here? So I literally couldn't go any further back because otherwise we're getting in the way there. So this is kind of the way I was able to squeeze it in. But as you can see, and it's going to be a pretty enormous building, and it's going to be tall as well. Let me just go and kind of mark out just how tall this building is going to end up being. So it's going to be 12 blocks high. So this is 1, and then we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to here. And then there's also going to be 1 extra row of stairs there like that, and then the actual ceiling is going to be kind of like 1 in and around here like that. We don't need to worry about that too much because we are not going to get to doing the ceiling today because we have a whole load of other stuff to do first. And then even beyond then, there's going to be another little tower in the middle and a little dome on the top of it, which is going to make it even taller. So it's going to be, quite an imposing building here. So this is kind of the general outline. I kind of wanted just to show you the shape, just in case if you do want to build it or something similar, you kind of know kind of where to start off. So while my helpers go and begin building the outside walls, there are a few special details and stuff. I'm going to kind of jump in and show you stuff that they've been doing. But yeah, while they're doing that, I'm going to do the entrance area. So this is basically going to be like a big courtyard bit, I guess. And then there's going to be some columns and kind of a big triangle bit and all sorts of cool stuff going on here. But first, let me go and mark where this back wall is going to be. So this is going to go along here like this. This is where there's going to be the doorways. There's going to be 3 doorways leading into the actual entrance of the building. So where is the middle? Let me just mark where the middle is. Let me see if I can do my famous sometimes good guessing of where the middle is. I think I kind of like line up the edges of the screen. I think this is the middle. Does this look like the middle? Let's put that down, have a look at it. Yeah, let's just assume that definitely is the middle. This better be right, because if not, the whole thing's going to end up being wonky. And so, yeah, this is going to be the raised courtyard here, and then the inside is going to be all raised up there. And the inside, I think, is going to look really impressive, because normally, when I'm doing my building, like, whatever, like, blocks I use for the outside walls, they kind of end up being the inside walls as well. Like, so, for example, like, pretty much anything here is the waste place. The outside walls, if we go in, they are also the inside walls. And it means that pretty much all of my buildings, they kind of look the same on the inside as they do on the outside. Okay, this is a bad example because this is a case where I didn't do that. But honestly, apart from this place, almost everywhere is the exact same walls on the inside as it is on the outside, which is good because it means you can make like kind of the rooms inside bigger, and it makes the windows sometimes a little bit easier. But if you do 2 block wide kind of walls, then that means you can have something different color on the inside and the outside, and that's what we're doing. So on the outside, there's obviously a lot of quartz, there's a lot of stone bricks, just to kind of keep in with the fancy style that we're going for. But then on the inside, we're going to use some wooden paneling. So basically, there's going to be a bunch of oak wood all over the walls and different types of wood and stuff, just to really make it so like from the outside to when you walk inside, you're basically really transformed. And I'm happy with how it ended up looking in my little mock-up that I did in my sketchbook world, which is something that I always do. So yeah, I'm looking forward to showing you that and kind of showing you the change that you're going to experience from going from the outside onto the inside. But anyway, for now, let's go and put in this wall along here, which is going to go to there. So these are just cobblestone walls that are going to be on the edge here. And then there's going to be the big main wall, which is going to be going all the way along here like this, with just the few gaps for where the doorways are going to be, which is going to be how you enter. And then the extra little details that I said about is on these edges here. As you can see, Polly has put down this upside down stair, or she's done a few more on this side. Basically, on the edges of most of the areas, we're going to do some upside down stairs. And this bit poking out here, this is actually going to be one of the windows. So in the middle here, which I think should be about here, there's going to be like 3 windows going up there. So let me go and make some window panes. So I need a crafting table to make window panes. I do. Let me actually go back to my crafting table. Oh, look at this! It was like a crafting table that was more than 5 blocks away, and I actually ran back to to get to it rather than just using it. So yeah, there's going to be window panes in the middle of these kind of sticky out areas like that, and then kind of the only bit of color, I guess, on the outside is green. I don't know why I chose green, but there wasn't too much green inside of this area here, and it kind of seemed like a fitting color. I feel like pink or something wouldn't really kind of fit in with a courtroom. So yeah, we're going to go up here a little bit. And that was meant to be 2 block wide, that window. So I will go and add that in here. Then there's going to be 2 blocks here, which is going to be just this concrete there like that. And then up here, go 2 blocks wider again. This is going to be the windows all the way up to the top there. So there's going to be the same on the other side. But then on the back, there's going to be an absolutely enormous window, which is going to be kind of poking out slightly. Another way I'm kind of cheating, making the building a little bit bigger, is by having the ground level a bit smaller than having the windows poking out as well on the back. But yeah, this is basically how this side needs to be here. And sorry for like stealing your job there, Polly. I'll let you carry on, but I saw what you were doing and I wanted to jump in. Right then, let me go and mark where these doors are. I believe this is the middle. This is the middle, isn't it? Yeah, that's the middle. Let's just commit. No matter what, this is now the new middle. Whether it's the middle or not, this is what I consider the middle, and we'll base everything else around it. And if that makes the building wonky, then hey, let's just say it's an old building and it's a little bit wonky. Right then, so I need to make 3 of these doors. Oh, look at this! I actually needed 3 doors, and I crafted 3 doors. I always get so annoyed when I'm like wanting to make 1 door, and then I end up just making absolutely loads. And then in between these, there needs to be 1, 2, 3, I think like 4 blocks in between these. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I believe this next one should be here. And then let's do the same again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, I think this looks just about right. So yeah, this is how these doors are going to be here, and then this is going to be built up really high here for where this wall is. Once again, some of these little corner bits, these are going to have the upside down stairs, but I always kind of find it easier just to build just it kind of in as it is for starters, and then going kind of back through and adding all of the details afterwards. People that are better than me, like Polly, can just go and build all of the details straight away. But for me, my brain's not very good at Minecraft, apparently. So I kind of just like building a big block and then just chiseling it and kind of adding stuff to it. So there's going to be some window panes around here, though, that are going to go 3 blocks high, so right above where these doorways are. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1 more for the top. I mean, this wall's going to go the same height as everything else eventually, but there's no point filling this bit in with the stone brick, seeing as there's going to end up being windows here anyway. I think it's just going to be easy for me to build a little bit of this wall up for when I go and start adding in all of the other decorations that are going to be around this area. So I hope I have put these doors in the right place. Once again, though, let's just commit. And like, it's one of the fun challenges is for me is, if you have seen any of my behind the scenes videos, you will know like how much I plan these things. Like, a lot of people say like, oh, you're good at building in Minecraft. It's like, no, like in the video, all I'm basically doing is copying a design I've already done. But like, one of the fun things is like when it goes wrong, or like I just change it on the fly, I'm like, this is wrong. but it could work. Let's go and keep it like this way. So sometimes I just don't care if I make a mistake. It just forces me to need to be kind of creative and improvise on the spot. But yeah, sometimes when you're building a big complicated building like this and we're all working together, it is easier when things go right, because one of the other downsides is when I start improvising and changing things and all of my helpers are looking at the same pictures that I sent them, and then I end up just doing something completely different, and they're like, what were you doing? We did what you drew on the pictures or what you sent us the screenshots from, and then I just kind of start completely changing it. Yeah, that's where things can end up getting a little bit confusing. But yeah, let's just build this bit of the wall here. I want to kind of start adding in a few more of the extra details. So basically, there's going to be 3 columns. So there's going to be a design on the floor where we're going to be using, once again, just some green concrete, which is going to be the main thing we're going to have for kind of like, as I said, splashes of color. Eventually we can add some green banners and stuff, and on the inside there's going to be some green carpet. So it is really the theme. I also don't have a name for this place yet. I need to come up with a name. If you have any ideas for a name, feel free to let me know in the comments, because so far it's nameless. So far it's just going to be courtroom, and that's like the most boring name in the world. So hopefully I can, or someone can come up with something a little bit more interesting. So yeah, these are going to be here. So there should be 3 blocks in between each column. So should be here, and then there should be a gap of 1 and then a column here. And then, oh, maybe these doors aren't in the right place. I think I might have done these doors in the wrong place, actually, because that should be there. Then there should be a block there and then a column here. No, it's 4 columns, sorry, actually. And then there should be then there should be 3 of these patches. I think these doors might actually be wrong, and after all of my talk about inspiration and changing it, I think I might have to change the doors. Let's just ignore the doors for now, and let's try and get at least this section here right. So the next column should be down here like this, and it should basically end up so that these columns are 2 blocks away from that wall there. So that should be there, and then you should be in the middle there. So there we go. This all lines up. Everything's good. All it is that the doors are in the wrong place. So these doors should be kind of just in line with those blocks. But all of this looks okay. And then these columns are going to go up really, really high up here. I'm not exactly sure how tall they're going to end up being, but let's just build them pretty high up just to kind of have us a good place to start from. And then we can go and build the rest on top of that. So do you know what I mean by like a triangle? So it's going to go, I mean, I know you know what I know you know what a triangle is, but you know the kind of buildings where it kind of has a big triangle bit on the front. I don't know what the meaning is. Kind of like an overhanging bit on the front. That's kind of the style that I want to. Can you tell that I'm not an architect? Can you tell that I don't know the proper terms for this? I want my building to have a big triangle on the front of it. That's the style I want to go for. But in this area here, I did kind of want to play around and do a little bit of a weird pattern, because it's something that I hardly ever do. So many of my floors are just flat. Like, I've started getting much better at not making just big box buildings, which is something that I was a little bit guilty of. I think everyone is when they start doing Minecraft, and it's fair enough. You're building out of blocks. Making big square or rectangle buildings is pretty normal, but I've started to get a bit better with that. But my floors have been just flat, boring floors, and, you know, it's kind of hard to do bumpy floors because obviously you'll be jumping up and down all over the place. But there are cool things that you can do with like half slabs and stairs and stuff, just to kind of make them look a little bit more interesting. But when you're actually like walking around on top of them, it doesn't make any difference. So here's a good example of what I was saying about where I'd rather just build something and then destroy it and change it, so I don't get confused when I'm building it in the first place. So yeah, basically I'm going to do stairs around the outside of these, and all that's the wrong way around though. So I want the kind of straight edge to be round here like that. So I'm going to do this as a box, and because they're stairs, but then they're right next to a normal block, you'll end up not falling down. I actually did something kind of similar a long time ago in my tree train under the ground there, if you remember that. So as I walk here, it's just kind of completely flat as I walk, but it just looks quite interesting. And then we're going to go and kind of carry on the design around all of this. So yeah, let's do the outsides of all of these bits first, and then we can kind of link them up, and then also just loop them around the outside of that last column there. As I think this is going to end up looking looking pretty good, hopefully. So these will go to here, and then the stairs on the outside here, I'm going to kind of, nope, not like that. I'm going to do them like the opposite way around. So this one's going to be there like that. And then this is going to loop around the outside like that. And then I can do this one in the middle there like this. And then this one here and this one there. And then this one, I need to break this away. And then do this in the same style of then. So does that kind of make sense? I think that kind of makes sense. So let me go and make a few more quartz stairs because I am beginning to run out of those. Then I can do the last final section there. And I think hopefully by now you're going to get a pretty good idea of what the building is. Because it's a bit different because normally when I'm doing these buildings, like I'm really, wrong way round again. I always get it around the wrong way. Like I'm always looking at what's in the area and trying to make sure what I'm building isn't in any way similar, which I think is kind of a bit of a bad way to build because normally you want kind of things to blend in and kind of not like look the same because otherwise that's really boring. But you kind of want them to, why do I get it wrong first time every single time? But yeah, you kind of want them to make it look like they all fit in the same world and you kind of want things to match a little bit. And, not too much. This is still just Minecraft. It doesn't need to look like a real city too much, but I think kind of having these two buildings next to each other is going to work, is going to work really well. But let me go and have a bit of a wander and see how the outside of the building on this side is looking. So this is the effect that I was saying about with the stairs. So all it is upside down stairs. It's kind of hard to see, but if I do the black outline, you can kind of tell. So it's just a blot there. Then these are just upside down stairs going all the way to the top. Then you can see the quartz stairs going around the top here. And this is just a row of 3 of them in this corner here. And then this is, of course, the window that I did. And then these ones here, these are going to be stone stairs as well, leading up to the top there. And let's go and have a little check at what's going on this side, which is where William Beaver has been building. Oh, they're both building over this side here. So yeah, it's going to be the same window then. As I said, another big window poking out the outside there. But I don't really have too much time today. Like I knew we weren't going to get like this entire thing done because this is a pretty enormous building. Like the outside of this building was never going to be a one-day build. So let me just go and just add one little tiny final detail on the front here like this. I just think having a few little half slabs down there. And oh, did I leave a massive hole? How did I not notice that? How did I not notice the massive hole? Right. Can I get this right first time? I think I need to face it that way around. Yes, I actually placed one right first time. That is incredible. So ignore the fact that the doorways and the windows are all completely wonky. Imagine these doorways are here, and then imagine there's a big triangle, and you'll begin to get a good idea of what this building's going to look like. So tell you what. This is what the plan's going to be. We will finish building up the rest of these walls to the top and just adding in those side windows in between episodes. And then kind of all of that stuff's going to be done. And that means in the next episode, we can jump straight into building my big triangle, which I'm so excited about at the top up here. And then also what we'll probably do in between episodes is just fill in the roof because it's just loads of stone bricks in a row, which you would all completely fall asleep if you had to watch me build all of that in. So we'll get that done. And then we can do the fancy dome bit on the top as well that I was talking about. And then that should be the outside done, and we can go on to the inside to try and get all of this done so it looks a little bit better than it does right now. Sadly though, that is going to be the end of this episode here. I'm going to chill out in this impromptu hot tub that someone built down here. This is like a safety bucket for when they could drop down after building the walls up, something that I never do. I always just really hurt myself when I'm building. But anyway, that is the end of this episode here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!